I'm stressed, yes.
On this week's episode, we restore ourselves in a very French way, smash through the concrete blocks to let the light in, have our first disagreement, and continue figuring out the electrical setback. Welcome to Restore Bonjour, following our restoration journey of an abandoned Parisian house, where we discover how to DIY and learn the art of living well, or l'art de vivre as they say in French, which means finding beauty and art in the everyday moments, because that's what we would love to achieve during this project. If you missed last week's episode, we revealed an electrical disaster that has changed the course of this renovation. Opens up the system, all the electrics are gone, literally being ripped out. That's going to delay us so long.
Totally off the grid. So the house was squat. I think it was a few years ago. They have to reinstall everything. Before having electricity, it's minimum 1 month.
That takes us right to Christmas.
Someone have to come to do an invoice, then call with a commercial. The technician come a first time and second time. I'm stressed, yes.
So what can we do without electrical power? Well, we could use old-fashioned muscle power. This is Paul, and 2 Pauls are better than 1. A Paul squared, if you will. And while we're working off-grid, we might as well let the sun shine in. Yes!
Here?
I see you!
Hello? Hello.
Amazing. Hello. What are we doing today, Paul?
We install a petite rosace on the front door. It will be nice with the iron ferronnerie on the door.
I think it's going to be very nice because ferronnerie means forged iron in English, which is famous amongst all the elegant Parisian doors. And our door is original from the 1927 extension, which means it's from the Art Deco period, leaning into the Art Nouveau with the swirls, which is just such a gorgeous discovery. Right there. And why do French doors typically have the doorknob in the middle? It's actually because it's the most ergonomic location. When you place the handle in the center, it allows for an even distribution of weight when pulling or pushing open a door, which is smart design. We have a door.
Yeah, we've got a door.
My God, what a luxury, a door with a handle.
Yeah, with a nice rosace handle, a nice Parisian green.
Yeah, that's a traditional color,
Yeah.
which I want to change.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I
No.
would like to pull a colour that's in the tiles that will match a little bit more with the palette that we will have in the future, because this green actually isn't going to be inside the house as much. So I don't mind the door to be green and original, but I wouldn't be against actually going with where we're taking the design, you know?
There's 2 options, like more traditional one, my option, or the Georgia option, more designer.
Interior designer.
What do you think about it? Green one or color? Please say the green.
While we wait for your responses, let's get back to renovating. You know that expression, what goes up must come down? Well, in terms of demolition, we've learnt what comes down must go out. Yep, we need to clear out all the debris and rubble, which is already over a ton. so much for your help, Paul. With the van full, it's time to do, I would say, the most underrated Parisian attraction there is. Going to the tip. Paul, do we have some good news?
Yes, there's a nice community. The neighbor allow us to borrow their electricity with a little plug to know exactly how we consume, and we'll give them back the money. But it saves us. Pull a cable from the cave. Try to jump on our roof. I will climb on our roof, pass in their garden, and we'll plug that through the cat hole in their door.
Will we stay on track? Do we win time?
That we are from out of track on late. But it put us back a little bit on track. It put that on track.
Nearly. That puts us back on track.
That put us on track.
Yay! Yes, for good neighbours. That's so nice of them. They didn't have to do that. And I think we'll have to give them a nice bottle of red wine to say thanks. They just saved us so much time. While Paul is chatting in French to the neighbour, I'll just quickly add that means we can continue working on schedule while we actually set up our mainline electrical grid at the same time. What a win. We really needed to find a solution, and we're just so thankful to our neighbours that said yes. And that brings us back to our fireplace question. Last week we discussed having a marble facade added to this wall, but since buying the fireplace, we're wondering whether it's going to fit at all. Yeah, the way it's sticking out, I feel like it looks like a mistake, not a design choice. Like, I know it's still got to have the depth of the marble, but...
Okay, so we put it up. Because
even considering the plasterboard that will come out and the marble, we're still going to have a discrepancy and it's going to stick out. And perhaps that won't look right. Decisions. Anything from the trolley, dears? Are you tired?
Yes.
Are you exhausted?
Yes.
I think we deserve a night off, a full night off. Should we go enjoy a little bit of French culture?
Yes. Cheese, wine, everything.
Cheese, wine, everything. Welcome to the annual Salon du Vin, where French wine and food producers gather, and you can do free tastings and buy their produce directly from them. It's so great. They are all so passionate about their regions, their wine, and having a discussion with you. And for us, it's the perfect break from renovating. Join us next week to see what this weird white cloud is all about. Click subscribe to never miss an episode and ring that bell button so that you get notified. See you next time on Restore Bonjour.